Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer software testing interview question 382. That is whether UI comes first or UX comes first. Let me answer whether UI comes first or UX comes first. UI stands for user interface. UX stands for user experience. Which one will come first? Whether user interface will come first or user experience will come first? User experience will come first. Okay. First, the user experience come first. After that, user interface using some coding languages like HTML and all will be created, guys. Okay, the real HTML code will be created later. First, the design. Okay, the design, how the page should look like, where the element should be there. Okay, what should be the color, which element should be focused. Okay, which screen look and feel is good. All these aspects comes into user experience. That is how the user is going to experience the page, and also at the same time how the user is driven by the page. Okay, all the psychology of the user, like based on the psychology of the user and all, the pages will be designed first. Okay, the screens will be designed first before the actual user interface. That is, user interface means that using the HTML code, developing the web elements like buttons and all those things. The code will not be written first, guys. Okay, first user experience, the designs of the pages or screens will be created first. Later, once this user experience screens which are designed are approved, then for each and every element that is specified on that UX screens and all, right, the UI will be developed. That means the HTML code will be developed for all the elements on the page, and real pages will be created later. Okay, real pages having the user interface code written will be created later. So UX comes first. Fine. So for example, if I go with this Amazon.com, okay, Amazon.com, here, if I right click on the search button and inspect this, you see the HTML code for this search button is already written, like input ID is equal to and all. The HTML code for this button is already written, and it has a background. CSS properties are also specified and all. Okay, this HTML and CSS come later, guys. Okay, the user interface of this particular UI element is created later. The HTML code and CSS code has been written for this element later, before a dummy screen which actually contains all these buttons and all with these colors and all will be designed by the UX engineers. Okay, a kind of category of people, guys. Okay, that exists in the companies like UX people. Okay, they design the screens first. Okay, they'll not develop or write any HTML code, but they are like about the user experience, like which screens will uh, make these pages look and feel good, and based on the psychology of the users, how the users are going to use applications and all those things, user experience guys will think and create the design screens first. Later, the UI developers will come into picture, and for each and every element that is mentioned on this screen, okay, the actual HTML code and CSS code will be written so that this will become interactable, or we can interface with these user elements. Okay, so what comes first, guys? First UX comes first. Okay, so that's all for this session. In the next session, I'm going to answer another software testing interview question for you. Till then, see you. Bye bye.